Now, let's get to our first interview of the day with Equity Trustees. The company yesterday posted its full year results, revenue, profits, funds under management, all up, and it's gearing up for a capital raise as well. So let's speak with, yesterday I spoke with Philip Pepe from Shaw and Partners, and he highlighted the stock as one of his reporting season picks. Let's listen in. Oh, sorry. We don't have that grab. Mick O'Brien joins us now. He's the managing director. Mick, apologies. I did have a chat with a regular analyst yesterday who was speaking very favorably about Equity Trustees, and in particular, the recent bolt-on acquisition that you did. So when we talk about that M&A, that was sort of to bring about economies of scale. Is that fair to say?
Well, yeah, look, one thing is to bring about economies of scale and allow us to continue investing in the business. But it's a really complementary acquisition from a geographic perspective, because Australian Executors Trustees has, a leadership position in Adelaide and also in Perth. And we don't have really a huge presence in either of those markets. And of course, they're also a leader in health and personal injury trusts, as well as a really significant community or Indigenous trust business. And again, that'll add real scale for us in those two areas. And so it's really complementary by geography and also by line of business. So, and it's a 140-year-old company, the same as us, and it shares the same sort of heritage. And we're really looking forward to getting the people on board.
Now, did you pay? I mean, there was Philip Pepe from Shaw and Partners said you paid a pretty full price, but you reckon there's some good synergies that will happen in the coming months?
Yeah, look, we've outlined to the market where we see two key synergies. First is we're going to exit out of their portfolio services business, which is a small part of the business, and we're also expecting some synergies of additional revenue on the investment management side in shifting some of the investments across to our in-house investment team. So that's the main areas. I think, Philip did say he thought it was a fair to full price, but the reality is this is very long-term enduring revenue and trusteeship. Some of the revenue, lasts in perpetuity. Other parts of the revenue is multi-generational, and in other cases, multi-decades for a big chunk of the revenue base. So, I think it's a pretty fair price that's been paid and very comfortable. Yeah.
Okay, so on the results, we had revenue in line, net profit, all looking pretty good, but some cost increases as well. I mean, I have yet to have a conversation in this reporting season where cost hasn't been brought up as a headwind that you continue to face. So is that primarily for you through staff and IT?
Yeah, look, mainly it's through staff for us, and it's mainly through the IT staff. So, I think everyone in Australia is struggling to get the IT resources they need. So we've tried to be smart about that. But overall, I think we're containing the costs pretty well. The business has been growing at a pretty quick rate. A revenue growth of over 10% is pretty strong. And, we've got to keep investing in people and technology to be able to actually perform the roles. So, we're pretty comfortable with how we travel, but we've obviously got to watch it going forward, because you need these technology people to do these projects, and obviously to do the acquisition and integration of Australian Executors Trustees.
Yeah. Now, where is the demand coming from? I mean, do you anticipate that there will be continued increased demand for, professional independent trustee specialists? So talk to us about the dynamics of the market, and include in there, please,
Sure.
where the competition is.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. Well, look, the demands in the market really coming, I guess, out of the superannuation area and also in funds management. So the regulatory burden is becoming, increasingly great. It's just non-stop regulatory change. And for many fund managers and sponsors and promoters of superannuation funds, they want to go about looking after their clients, providing advice, doing distribution, providing other services, and not be bothered with, there's just an enormous burden of regulation. Because this is all we do, and we're overseeing, close on $150 billion of assets in every type of configuration, this is our core business. So for us, we're more efficient at doing it than others. When we're appointed as an independent trustee to these arrangements, as a responsible entity or a super trustee, it removes the conflicts that our clients have by appointing us. So, I think there's been real tailwinds since the Royal Commission. We fundamentally believe it's the best model to protect investors and, the most efficient model for, financial services providers to utilise in providing their services.
Now, you have a pretty strong capital base. Mick, are there potential, further acquisitions on the horizon? What sort of levers are you going to pull to continue to grow?
Sure. Yeah, well, look, I think, we've got good organic growth in the moment, but we're always looking at other opportunities in the market. But we are very focused on specialist trustee businesses, be that either private client trustee businesses or corporate trustee businesses or other businesses providing trustee services. So that's where we'd be looking. And there are opportunities, and I think our balance sheet's got some, we've left ourselves with the appropriate level of flexibility should any of these opportunities sort of come in front of us, in the near term. So, yeah.
Got it.
You asked also.
Yeah, go ahead.
The market configuration. I mean, really, there's only a small number of specialised trustees in the market. So Perpetual is obviously a solid player in this space, but we're delighted to have AET, be coming to our business because. The market has been consolidating. So, over the number of years, we've picked up ANZ Trustees business. We've now got AET. They'd previously picked up National Australia Bank's trustee business some years back. We'd also picked up Sandhurst's or Bendigo Bank's Sandhurst Estates and Trust business. So there is consolidation, and you've got a market really with Perpetual and ourselves in most spaces and a few other smaller players as well.